Hey guys, Pete from London Camera Exchange, and you join me here today in Sony headquarters in Weybridge in a fairly locked down room which will all become more apparent very shortly. 5 years ago they released a phenomenal camera to the market for the video content creator and low light shooter. Since then you've been asking lots of questions when the next release is coming, and we've been patiently waiting. But today I'm happy to announce that I can tell you all about this, the A7S Mark III. This is an early first look video at this pre-production sample, so unfortunately I can't show you any of the images or video out of it, but I can certainly tell you what you can expect. With the familiar iconic alpha design, we see the A7S Mark III take on not only a new backside illuminated full frame sensor and processor, but also a host of upgraded features too. At its core we have the new Exmor-R 12.2 megapixel sensor, partnered with the newly enhanced Barnsley XR processing engine, which is approximately 8 times faster than the current systems. With ultra high ISO numbers extending to a crazy 409,600, help keep the Mark III as a super low light shooter, capable of capturing images in areas even with the smallest amount of light. Now I don't expect users to even go that high when shooting, but looking at the sample image taken at 3200 really gives you an idea of how the Mark III can handle these situations. A brand new 9.44 million dot QXGA OLED viewfinder brings the highest resolution seen in an alpha lineup so far. Even in this less than exciting environment, the surroundings appear clear, natural and easy to see through the EVF. One thing I have noticed is how big it looks compared to other models. Most users are going to love this, giving a real immersive feel to your shooting, whereas others may find having to physically move your eye around the inside of the EVF a little slower to compose. Another new addition is the first vari-angled LCD screen on an Alpha series camera. This is a simple yet great upgrade for any content creators out there, allowing your monitor to be fully visible no matter what additional mounted accessories or cage you may have installed. A new touch menu gives a complete revamped style and design to the Mark III, with the bright coloured categories and easy to see subsections. Menus are always something you either love or hate, whether easy or tricky to navigate, but Sony's aim is to minimise setup times and increase your shooting with the slicker touch system. Now for the bit you all really came for. Internally you can capture non-cropped 4K footage up to an impressive 120p, allowing for high resolution slow motion playback, or if you needed to take it a step further, you can even drop the Mark III down to Full HD and shoot in Sony's S&Q mode, giving you a maximum frame rate of 240p, making your footage up to 10 times slower. For the professional users, when shooting internally at 4K, you can capture in 422 10-bit in either H.264 or 265 format, with all intra-frame recording up to 120p, and you can also take advantage of the new preset colour science S-Log mode, letting you perfectly match the Mark III's footage to an FX9 camera. Late last year, Atomos announced that they would be able to capture 16-bit RAW from the FX9, and I'm pleased to say that the A7S Mark III will also have the capability of outputting this via its full HDMI port located on the side. When linked with a Neon monitor recorder, you will have a full 4K 16-bit RAW production product. Saving all that content, we see a dual card slot on the Mark III, with the option to either pop in 2 CF Express cards, 2 UHS 2 compatible SDs, or a combination of both. And that's right, Sony have created the slots to house both types of media, allowing for better user flexibility. The 5-axis internal stabilization now benefits from a new intelligent active mode, giving up to 5.5 stops in body with impressive results when handheld. Now this is a little tricky to demonstrate via the back of the camera, but if you look at the lower left corner of the LCD for example, as I shake there is a considerable amount of wobble, but when the stabilization is active you can see a noticeable difference. Now this won't replace the need for tripods or gimbals, but having this sort of compensation in a unit this small in size will open up a world of possibilities for smooth content capture. With industry-leading autofocus performance, the A7S has all the latest additions we have come to love from Sony, with real-time IAF for both humans and animals, a wide, fast and reliable 759 AF points covering a massive 93% of the frame, and real-time tracking in both video and stills. Hybrid shooters obviously benefit from that super low light capability, but also from a few more upgrades too. Burst shooting has now doubled since the Mark II, giving up to 10 frames per second continuous shooting in both continuous and single autofocus modes. A new high efficiency image file format compresses your stills with an extended 10-bit colour reproduction compared with the previous 8-bit. This allows for better post-editing and flexibility, yet retains the small storage capacity a JPEG is known for. Sony has also pre-installed 4 new colour profiles, taking the total shooting options to 10. These include a film-like tone, vivid bright colour presets, and soft and high key choices. Overheating is an obvious problem in high processing cameras, and we haven't been able to put the Mark III through its paces, but Sony has spent time working on a new body structure to help dissipate the build-up of heat from inside. The new Z-series battery is the power source to the A7S, giving a better performance over the previous MP series. Connectivity sees an improvement too over the A9 Mark II and the A7R Mark IV, giving you the option to transfer via 5 GHz rather than the standard 2.4. Overall, it's been what feels like a lifetime waiting for this new model to arrive, but Sony certainly haven't disappointed us. From this initial first look at the spec, the A7S Mark III is continuing down that road of super low light cameras, with its high-speed 4K at 120p, but adapting to that hybrid shooter wanting to switch quickly to still images at an increased burst mode and extended dynamic range. We're looking forward to getting hands-on with a production model so we can show you the results, but for now, if you would like any more information, check out the link below or head into your local London Camera Exchange.